why doesn't Earth fall into the sun while orbiting every day? Imagine Earth as a confused little kid running around the biggest bonfire in the universe. Every single day, it keeps looping around the sun like a cosmic merry-go-round that never stops. Now, here's the obvious question. Why hasn't Earth just tripped and fallen straight into that fiery ball of doom? After all, gravity pulls everything toward the sun. So shouldn't we already be toast by now? Let's be honest, if Earth really did fall into the sun, none of us would be here worrying about deadlines, bills, or whether pineapple belongs on pizza. So maybe it's worth figuring out what's going on. Don't worry, I'll explain it without turning this into a boring physics lecture. Think of it more like story time, with sarcasm, jokes, and some brain food sprinkled in. First things first, gravity is real, and it's strong. The sun is huge. In fact, it's so massive that it accounts for more than 99% of the mass in our entire solar system. That's like showing up to a party and realizing one guy ate all the food, drank all the drinks, and is still somehow hosting the dance floor. Naturally, with all that mass, the sun's gravity pulls everything, planets, comets, asteroids, toward it. So why don't we all just crash in? Here's the trick. Earth isn't just sitting still, it's moving fast. How fast? About 30 kilometers per second, or roughly 108,000 kilometers per hour. That's like circling the entire Earth in under 15 minutes. Next time you complain about your internet speed, remember your whole planet is basically a race car on cosmic steroids. So picture this, you throw a ball forward, gravity pulls it down and it hits the ground. But what if you could throw it so fast that by the time it's falling, the ground curves away beneath it? That's basically what Earth is doing. It's constantly falling toward the sun, but because it's moving sideways so quickly, it keeps missing. That's what orbit really is, an endless game of falling but missing. Kind of like when you try to slide into someone's DMs but miss the vibe completely. This balance between the sun's pull and Earth's sideways speed is what keeps us in orbit. Too slow, and we'd spiral into the sun. Too fast, and we'd fly off into the cold, dark void of space, leaving the sun on red. Lucky for us, Earth's speed is just like Goldilocks' porridge, but less delicious and more life or death. Now let's sprinkle in some math. Don't worry, no homework. The sun's gravity pulls us inward with incredible force, but Earth's forward velocity perfectly matches that pull. The result is a stable orbit. It's like being on a roller coaster that's designed so well, you can scream your lungs out, but you'll never fall out of the seat. Unless, of course, something cosmic crashes into us. But let's not ruin the mood. Of course, orbits aren't perfect circles. They're ellipses. Earth sometimes gets a little closer to the sun, perihelion, and sometimes drifts a bit farther away, aphelion. But we're never in danger of either crashing into the sun or ghosting it entirely. It's more like a long-distance relationship. Sometimes we're closer, sometimes farther, but we always keep coming back. So, what would happen if Earth suddenly lost its speed? Simple answer, game over. Without sideways motion, gravity would win instantly, and Earth would plummet straight into the sun. It would be the ultimate one-way trip. No refunds, no complaints, just instant barbecue planet. On the other hand, if Earth somehow doubled its speed, we'd escape the sun's gravity altogether and zoom off into interstellar space. Imagine Earth ghosting the sun forever, leaving it wondering, was it something I said? And no, humans aren't powerful enough to mess this up. You don't need to worry that building too many rockets or cars will knock Earth out of orbit. Relax. Even if we launched 1 trillion rockets, it wouldn't change Earth's speed in any noticeable way. The only things that could mess with our orbit are cosmic heavyweights, like giant asteroids, passing stars, or if the sun itself decided to throw a tantrum. Speaking of tantrums, the sun does have an expiration date. About 5 billion years from now, it'll swell into a red giant and potentially engulf the Earth. At that point, falling into the sun won't be our problem, the sun will come to us. So yeah, enjoy your memes while you can. Here's a fun fact. Satellites around Earth stay up there for the same reason. They're moving sideways so fast that they keep falling around Earth instead of crashing into it. That's why the International Space Station doesn't just drop like a rock, it's basically in a permanent state of free fall. Astronauts floating inside aren't weightless because gravity disappeared, but because they're falling with the station at the same speed. Space is just one big, never-ending fall party. So, to sum it up, Earth doesn't fall into the sun because it's moving fast enough sideways to keep missing. Gravity pulls us in, speed pushes us out, and the two forces dance together in a perfect cosmic tango. It's not luck and it's not magic. It's physics doing its thing. A delicate balance that keeps our planet habitable, our seasons flowing, and our memes still being made. Next time you look at a sunrise, remember, you're on a planet that's literally playing chicken with the sun every second of every day. And somehow it's winning. Isn't that wild? So now I'll throw it to you. Do you think Earth's orbit is just perfect luck? Or do you trust physics to keep us safe? If you enjoyed this cosmic ride, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wiseuse. Because here, even the mysteries of space can turn into funny facts you'll never forget.